Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to a very quiet start of Ace Journey, where we have no sound. But I think it's not a technical issue and it's just the game being quiet. We are here at the very end of our final case, where after we've gotten, basically we've exonerated Maya. She's now in the witness stand, protecting someone, and we're trying to figure out why.
I have the distinct feeling that I murdered someone, and that's not good.
So that could be a thing.
I mean, how do you not remember when you murdered someone?
We'll find
Perhaps
out.
they were not important enough to remember.
Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling, and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Pearly was there at the inner temple, too.
She was.
I do take a
Pearly
picture.
was also stuck on the inner temple site that night.
See, and you
Next
clearly
morning,
see the main
she looked
family
around,
throwing the
but
branch
couldn't
family
find
under the bus.
anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearly first and cheered her right up.
Okay. Who is this Purdy?
That's my little cousin, Pearl Fay.
So
The one who literally
when...
carries this case on her back.
Yeah, when did you hear about this?
Just a while ago, when I was in the medical office.
I'm terribly sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony.
What?
That's hearsay.
Come on.
Hearsay.
Pearly would never tell a lie. She's a way more honest person than I'll ever be.
Maya?
Real smart, Maya. You always know the best things to say when you're under oath.
Oh.
I love the microphone adjustment sounds before. like, ha.
Yeah, Mieke knows that otherwise his sound inputs get eaten.
Yes, if I don't do that, it will not recognize the ha. Anyways, the prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness for this one case.
Mr. Godot?
Let's just move on to the cross-examination if the defense has no objections, and don't pull anything ridiculous like hearsay.
This is highly unusual, but... Well, Mr. Wright?
Let's get this cross-examination started.
Okay. Let's examine these statements closely. Pearly was also stuck on the inner temple site that night. That's also what she told us. So I guess that's okay. The next morning she looked around but couldn't find anyone. Okay. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time.
That's why he doesn't mind this testimony.
He found Pearly first and cheered her right up. Well, this is suspicious.
I want to know how. Did he do a balloon trick?
He cheered her up.
Not the part we need to focus on, Phoenix.
Well, that's what Curly said. She said it was a very nice older gentleman.
Yeah, that was probably a mix-up.
Mm.
Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Goda.
And here I was, thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict.
Don't tell me he
Ah.
gave Pearls coffee.
Cut it out. Now
He was
cut it
very
out.
energetic
You're
after
making
all.
me blush.
Oh no. This guy is really beginning to get on my nerves in more ways than one.
The truth is, there aren't that many people worse coffee addicted as me. And if I can convert them from a young age to become coffee addicts, I will stand out less. Also, there aren't that many places to look on the inner temple side. The policemen were all busy going over the garden with fine-toothed combs, which was a ridiculous effort. So I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way. Good old style.
I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way, judge style.
Maybe I should ask some questions, Phoenix style.
We were wondering, how did you cheer Pearls up?
So you gave Pearls coffee.
Well, when I found that little girl, the first thing she asked me about was coffee, but the smell of coffee I had on it. The second thing was about her cousin, Maya Fey.
Really?
The bridge had burned down, and she was huddled up in that tiny shack with no heat. Of
And the
course,
coffee
she
machine
wants
was
some
on the other
coffee.
side of the bridge.
It's like
She must have had a truly terrifying night out there all on her own. She asked about you before she said a thing about herself.
Pearly.
I noticed that you weren't anywhere on the inner temple side. But I couldn't find it in me to tell her that. So
He did!
I gave her
He
my
did!
last cup of coffee. And that she had to write up. With milk and sugar to hide the bitterness of the harsh truth.
What a sweet story.
He had a thermos of coffee? Why doesn't that surprise me?
I would be
That's
surprised
only-
if he didn't.
Right? There's only one thing of... he might get one of those beer caps, but with coffee on both sides. Or one of those extreme hiker backpacks where you can just use the hose with coffee. There's only one thing of any importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? He must have already been at the inner temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise Disney.
Pearly was also stuck on the inner temple side that night.
So which shack was it that she was in?
Okay. So we can also pick the other option at the end.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cleared her up.
Oh.
Birdie
Oh,
said.
fast forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a repeat. Quickly smell some coffee. Ha!
But good
Good old style.
Judge style. Phoenix
Judge
style.
style.
Is
Okay.
anyone reminded of Gangnam Style whenever he says Godot style?
Oh,
That's why I just did the thing while I set up a Godot style.
You said you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything?
Well, it looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, right? After all, I did miss the bloody writing on the lantern.
Well, I didn't miss it, so speak for yourself, Goggers.
Oh.
Well, now, the
Snap.
only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall.
Beauty. Is he talking about the scroll?
A misty Fane, naturally. Clad in a stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes.
Western tastes. Could he find a stranger way to describe gravy? Is he not aware of the gravity of the situation?
so from there you headed for the prep room.
Wait a sec. What did Godot say just now? I think I just found his proverbial weak spot. There's only one thing of any importance here. Me. So, where was Godot when the murder was taking place? He must have already been at the inner temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise Disney.
Alright. So this one is a bit tricky, I remember. Because we now know, because he said that he investigated and found this thing without the gravy. Or at least he knew about the gravy, but he knew what the image was.
Yeah,
So-
that's no longer
Become bigger.
recognizable, yeah.
So, Maya says he arrived at the inner temple for the first time. But we now know
Probably not.
that that's not true, and we can use this as evidence.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mr. Godot. The first time you crossed the Dusky Bridge and went into the inner temple was long before the murder took place.
What?
Why do you say that?
Because he just made one fatal slip up. The hanging scroll in the training hall.
Hanging scroll?
But
Mr. Godot is right. The scroll shows a picture of my mother.
Mayo? I know you know who it is, but here's something you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired, 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this.
What's that wonderfully delicious smell?
The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy.
Gravy? Why gravy, Nick?
Well, why gravy, Maya? Because gravy was much more than because
Con-
gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, how did you know what was on the scroll?
Wait a minute, Nick.
Yes.
Take another look at the hanging scroll. Look at the top. There's a crest there.
That. It's the mark of the master, correct?
Is the game very quiet, actually?
No, not
It's
really.
fine for me. I
I have it.
hear it as normal.
It's fine, and I have it at
Yeah.
half volume.
Okay. Then I assume it's fine.
I will check the stream.
Exactly. So if you know the meaning of the mark,
He would still not be able to say anything about how she looked.
Then you could guess that it was a picture of Misty Faye on there.
Absolutely not. What Mr. Godot described was underneath like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western taste. So how did he know the fashion of her outfit?
oh,
It's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known that she was wearing Japanese clothing. Mr. Godot, on the day of the murder, you were hiding at the inner temple long before the crime took place.
Can I ask you just one little thing, right?
Certainly, but I also don't know why you're at the prosecution's desk and not in the as the defendant in here. What is it?
This whole theory of yours. It all rests on a certain assumption. And I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed.
that's right.
You have another line.
Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak onto the crime scene.
Mhm. Of course, Mr. Godot knew about the plan.
Uh-huh.
What did you say? Is it really possible that another person knew of that plan? Well, yeah. There was a letter.
Yep.
This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Fay authored the plan for her daughter's future. And these instructions were hidden somewhere in Fay Manor for a year. However, by the time Little Pearls found these instructions... Can I ask Darth Michael to move the microphone a little bit? Thank you. They had
Yes.
already been unsealed.
Unsealed?
Yes, the killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the inner temple.
And you still insist this crafty killer is me?
I do. You bet I do.
But you just said that the instructions were hidden.
That's right. Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden.
Mm-mm. If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out.
Yes, and when was that?
During a visit.
A visit?
Morgan Fay told her daughter Pearl about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden.
Eavesdropping on a visit at the detention center.
Yes, it could be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, a prosecutor, such as Mr. Godard.
Or anyone who knows where that window in the detention center leads to on the outside, and just goes and stands next to it, honestly. But sure.
Order,
They
order,
wide
order.
wax factory.
Scrap that window from the record. Mr. Godot, you're on the fire again.
This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder.
Humans are afraid of the dark, you know.
That's why I drink my
And
coffee.
yet, at the same time, we are fascinated and bewitched by it. As much as I am by my black coffee.
Yeah, see, I knew
Hey.
he was gonna tie it to coffee.
Of course he was.
Yeah, okay. Apparently Steven is not having that line.
Hmm?
Sorry for asking, but
No,
what does
Mika
that
already
mean?
said a
I
thing.
literally said that. I literally said that without the line popping up on screen.
Sorry.
You'll be forgiven. This time.
Sorry for asking, but what does that mean?
It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for a crime. Well, after discovering the plans, he hid it in a temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect his witness. Not even this witness.
That's right.
If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? This girl is nothing but a stranger to me.
That's not entirely true. You are kinda into our sister.
No, I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her. I am what you see. I am certainly not the type to rescue the damsel in distress.
The killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for the lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect his witness's life. His behavior is still a little too unnatural.
However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Godot? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs.
Knew it. You figured it out, haven't you, Nick?
No, I'm just super amazing at bluffing. You have too much trust in me. I guess you were doing your best to cover for Godot. For the same reason, huh?
Okay, right. I'm all ears. Let's hear it.
It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you.
What's this?
There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story.
Mia Fey.
One person that ties you and Maya Fey together inextricably.
Mia Fey.
There's a very good reason why Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. After all, she's Mia Fey's only sister.
Doc.
Mia Fey.
You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney. How do we claim to know this now?
Wait a second here. Mr. Godel is a defense attorney.
No, he's clearly not. He's not wearing his badge, therefore he isn't. With your honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. The real name of this man who calls himself Godot. His real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right?
No shock.
I just want to know, are those is this hair dye or have you gone white so fast?
The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago.
Diego Armando. That name rings a bell.
From the time
Ding
before you
dong.
became a cyborg?
Cyborg?
Each It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Falls killed himself.
I'm not pretty sure. It's slightly too quiet. Let me just.
I would like
Oh,
to
yes.
point out, by the way, on the stream, it almost sounded too loud on Twitch.
Like the sound or the game or us?
The game's music was louder than people speaking on Twitch.
Yeah, and Alex and I both have the Discord stream at 50%.
Okay, let me just.
Well, 50% is the default, right?
No.
The middle of the bar, basically.
Okay. Then I've just made a small adjustment and I think it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, still sounds good on stream. Like, honestly, the music there is loud enough that you barely hear Stephanie talk at some points.
Alright.
Oh
Alright.
gosh, I'm listening to my own voice. I'm gonna
Mute it,
turn it
Mika.
off. Turn it off. I can't listen to my own voice.
That's always weird.
Mika is going insane. Funny. And you notice
I
the
sound like I
difference.
died.
You can't go insane if you are it.
I just find it very weird because I sound like I died 4 weeks ago.
Mika,
So
do I
who
have
was
something
with
to
us on
tell you?
vacation then?
You never made it
Ghost
down the
of
mountain.
Christmas past.
Yeah.
You're up, Alex.
Mia Fey's first time in court. The tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. But in the end, Maya couldn't tear off that disguise.
Yeah.
However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked.
It's my fault. It's my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Mia. Wait, no, he's younger. Mia. You can't die yet.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah.
Crunch. Blood.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in the clients. That pure, sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Me and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria.
Ah, I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here in this courtroom. You were poisoned.
Even I didn't see it coming.
Though you should. You really should have.
Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee.
Some newspapers at the time called it a murder. But very little information about the case was released to the press.
But you weren't dead at all.
No official report ever actually called it a murder. I was just in a deep, deep coma.
I see.
My body shut down, and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poisoned the real number of my central nervous system. I lost my sight. All of my hair turned white, and it all happened due to the damage the poison caused.
He paints. He dyes his beard, guys. He dyes his beard.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I also think it's terrible that he dyes his beard. Thanks, Maya.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness.
or he like glued his beard back on. And he didn't notice because he can't see color.
Huh?
No, that doesn't make any sense. Sorry.
5 years had passed as I drank that poison brew.
It's pronounced
Then
Mountain
one
Dew.
morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee.
That's why he's been drinking coffee, because that keeps him going.
That's the only thing that keeps him awake. As soon as he doesn't have enough of a dose, he falls asleep immediately.
5 years? You were asleep for 5 years?
It was possum news was waiting for me when I finally woke up.
Retirement age has increased again.
Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered. And the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death.
The woman you
Not that.
loathed?
The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee. Dahlia Hawthorne. Ah, the coffee was so hot it neutralized some of the
Yeah.
poison. That's why he
Yeah,
survived.
I was just thinking, is that why I didn't have the full effect? Because it was so hot it broke the pot of the poison.
It destroyed some of the...
Good. Yeah. Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
For someone like me. For someone who had slept away their best days. There were only 2 reasons left to live.
Coffee.
What's the second one next to
and Mia's
coffee?
legacy.
And it was for those 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor.
If I may ask, what's your second reason to live next to coffee?
Well, it was you who tried.
Oh no, sorry. Me and Edgy are already kind of a thing, so not interested. Huh? Me?
If I hadn't drank that stupid poison. Mia Fey never would have died. Much less the way she did. You were the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all
Excuse
your
me,
fault.
I was her coworker and not her guardian? It wasn't like that.
I wanted to see for myself what kind of man you really were.
So that's why you became a prosecutor?
Well, my other reason for living. She goes by the name of Maya Fey.
Huh? You mean me? What?
You were the only one I could make up for the sin of not saving Mia.
So that's what the envelopes of money in the postbox come from.
1 year ago, when the Crane Village incident was resolved.
So you're saying all those notes with "I love the donut so much I order 10 more, like dozen batches of it." They were all from you?
Oh, that's
Well, it was
so-
obvious. It was as
You should have
obvious
known by
as
the
the way
fact
that
that
Morgan Fey
only
was
the
planning something.
it was. You should have known by the fact that only the coffee flavored ones were requested.
Ah, damn it. I thought my donuts were popular.
Whatever your plan with the donuts was, or whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it.
Hey, why were you determined to stop my donut business? You were buying all the donuts.
Yes, so no one else could have them. My role as a prosecutor would be in the perfect position to do something about this.
About the donut.
Well, if he earned as much as Angie did, I guess.
So that's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
I know about. I'm sorry, I know that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it.
Only if it was still in mint condition, right?
My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it.
That makes a certain kind of sense.
In a weird way, you could have also just called and told Pulse, hey, by the way, this kills somebody, don't do it.
If Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out.
So
Yeah,
that's what
you
Mika
could've
said.
told her. Yeah.
The day of the plan was drawing near.
So why did you not tell it to her yet, before the day drew near?
I contacted both of my accomplices.
Accomplices?
Iris of Hazakura Temple and Misty Faye. I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Faye.
But how did she contact my mother?
I called her number and she picked up.
Fuck, I never thought of that.
Yeah, mine is like, wait, I never tried calling.
She had been
Have you
missing
just
for almost 20
checked
years.
the phone book, Maya?
This was before the cell phone was invented.
No.
Well, yes.
Years from when this game aired.
That's like
Where was this game
2006, I think.
2006, 20 years
I
before
think-
then.
Just so you know, cell books came around with the very first phones when they were a thing. They're like from the 1900s.
Well, in 86, people didn't have cell phones as we know them.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean officially?
You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government.
Now that you mention it, Bikini did say something to that effect. She said that the Master of Khura'in had great authority.
Alright.
Even without her official position, Misty Face still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on the movement all this time. That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
Well,
That's what you
thanks,
say, but you
Edgeworth.
actually.
Yeah.
That's what he says, but I think he just wanted to join the fancy cosplay club.
Well, who says Edward has never just been like, "Oh, maybe you should talk to your daughter at some point. Not my business, just dropping the hint. Okay. Bye." Stepping out again, Edward out. You know who says
Exactly.
he's not
S-
done
s-
that?
Edgeworth
away
out.
his Ferrari.
Roar of the Ferrari here.
Edgeworth out. So my mother was cooperating with you?
Ever forget. No matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
Yeah, just completely was absent in your life. That's all. She was always.
Away. She was always away, is what you want to say.
Well, that's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong resolve to protect you was, Look at her staff.
Her staff? The one with the sword in it?
Sword.
The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Asakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go.
I can now imagine the two of them meeting up and are going like, check out this special stuff I bought on eBay. Look, shing.
It's from
I can go
AliExpress.
stab with this bit.
Yeah, now put it away before anyone sees.
Okay. I can also hit people like this as a club.
Yeah,
Whack.
stop doing that.
If it's from AliExpress, Express, it would fall away. The sheet would break apart the first time you unsheet it.
Well, Micha, we have found the pearl elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
Turns out that, like, Maya is way more like her mother than Mia is.
Oh no. Oh no.
She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Frey if necessary.
Then again, just because people are a mess, that doesn't make them bad people.
No.
Yes! Even if I'm paying the
Micha!
Mother.
You should have shown me your kick-ass sword.
Yeah.
I believe I'm timing these excellently.
Why were you absent all these 20 years? We could have practiced sword fighting together.
Uh,
Yeah.
isn't she just 19 at this case?
That's a
No.
good question. She's 19.
But she's been absent for 20 years. She just
Exactly. You just
showed
popped
up.
out of a lab vet, right?
At some point, she just showed up and she was like, "Yeah, I'm returning one moment. Just let me pop. Okay, and peace out again."
I don't think she was away for
Uh,
20 years. I don't think so.
No.
No, I think you have the number wrong. She was away for like maybe 10 years at most. But
But it wasn't the
anyway,
DLC incident, was it?
Yeah.
that night, the night of the crime,
Yeah, so Edgeworth, is he on the list? There he is. 26. And he was around 10, I think, so it was like 15 years ago, I assume.
15-ish. Okay, yeah, 15-ish years.
I think. And she was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan. A singular one.
You mean pearls, don't you?
We had to make sure she didn't channel Talia Hawthorne.
Okay, I'll go
stopping
check.
this. As a question, for a third option of stopping this, couldn't Elise just have channeled Talia Hawthorne and then you tied her up before she channeled her?
Or you could have also just told Pearls about this whole thing way before.
Yep.
And
Or
he
just,
checked.
just
You
even
were
better,
Elise.
if you found the letter with the plan before Pearls did, take the fucking letter.
So there's one problem with that, and that's that Pearls then goes back. Is like, Mom, I checked and it wasn't a plan. And then she might try
Oh.
to figure a different plan.
Write down something else.
Oh yeah, that's
Exactly.
that's
On the
smart.
23rd
Also-
of March, plant sunflowers in the neighbor's field.
Yeah,
Also,
just
isn't her
take the
mother...
letter, write down something else that's actually way more innocent or something, you know? And
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, there's like a lot of options you could have solved this.
then at the altar,
channel this man, and they go like, "Oh my god, that's Elvis Presley."
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And these there just standing there like, "What am I doing here? Oh, thank you for coming to see me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much."
Thank you very much. Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Just imagine suddenly hearing that from the yard, and you're like, "Wait, what?"
Something in me says that it was me who did Elise.
Yes, that's what I said just a minute earlier. Steven, you did at least.
Alright.
I looked at the cheat sheet.
I always remember my roles.
Yes.
Yeah, like 19, 20, and sometimes just a 6.
Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight?
Well,
If you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together. Or fight with a sword.
Huh. We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan. But she never showed up.
Yeah, this was a dumb plan of yours. Honestly, just inviting the kid and expecting her to show up was dumb.
You literally could have just held her hand and that would have solved everything. But this is of course the Fae family, so it can never be solved in a reasonable way.
she was worried to follow me to the inner temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of.
Then someone of you should have camped at the bridge.
Yes,
That's why.
this whole thing could have been prevented at so many stages. It's three
That's
fucking
why
adults
Mr.
weren't
Faye
able to
had
come
to do
up
the
with any
channeling
better thing
himself.
than this.
She channeled down her heart and into her own body.
What? What do you mean?
If she channeled the spirit first, then that means the spirit had access to the sword.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
As Master of Grain, Misty Fae's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled all your heart on, so that Pearl Fae wouldn't be able to.
Okay, you tied her up first, right?
No, we just
What?
thought that's safe.
Oh my, that would have been so smart.
What? Is this true?
Can you hear
I
Steph suffering?
on the
Isn't it
plan.
funny?
I was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Fae.
And only Maya face. Strong stress on that.
That's why I hid myself at the inner temple. Just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia Horto.
Godot,
You
do
dropped
you
the
realize
ball
the
at
amount of
least
flaws
10
in this
different
plan?
points.
And the execution.
Yes.
I can't see any of the flaws in this plan anymore.
Is it because they're red?
Anyway,
Can you
Oh,
imagine
that's
him?
it. That's it. I know how this went down. He wrote down the plans. Misty marked all the errors with red, like I do as a teacher. And he was like, "Oh, no,
Nailed
no,
it first
Jane,
try."
no. He agrees with my plan."
I could just see him sitting down, having had his 21st coffee, just like jittery, like, and then we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this, and then I'm here to make sure that this.
This really feels like, one of those D&D games where people have a plan and you're sitting there as the DM like, guys, is this really what you're gonna do? Really? This? Oh god. Okay, this is gonna
Like,
go wrong.
okay, I'll let you do this, but let it be known that it is a bad idea.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, just I'll let you do this usually already implies, oh, this is gonna be a bad idea.
I have here my special die, the one that's weighted towards the lower numbers, but looks like any other, for occasions
Yeah.
like these.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to. Right.
Huh?
There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense
Can I
attorney,
purchase weighted dice?
but you're going to have to do the rest yourself.
The background leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. My affair. And I'm set to say you, Mr. Goda.
Well, I mean, we don't like Godot, so he's taking the fall. End of story.
Also, how can the trial go on when the prosecution is on trial?
Needs to be
We'll
replaced.
just get the
then.
sub.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. We're going on like this. Well, right.
Well,
Can you prove that I murdered them? If you're the real deal. They're finishing this thing once and for all. Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this on your own. And that I did commit this crime.
No, Nick. Please don't. He's the
Maya.
one who sponsors the donut shop. I heard the whole thing because I was standing here. Oh, I mean, from my sister in the medical office. That's why. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot. I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia. And me too.
Maya, I know that.
Nick.
But even so, I'm not sending you to jail. It doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Maya, testify.
Oh.
Ta, ta, ta. Miss Faye, your testimony, please.
It's the final testimony. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna silence Steph Sarah, right?
Da-da-da-da. No, I can't testify like that. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
This is the final testimony, Maya.
Your suffering is
Don't bother
almost
trying to
over.
hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. Phoenix, right. I'm ready now, Nick.
Alright, young lady. Tell us about your moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. 3 of them. I thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead, though. She struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly, the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. At that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, I leg collapsed and I lost consciousness.
Okay.
They
These
did
red
not
lights.
tie her
I
up.
thought you said you don't remember seeing them.
I'm sorry.
Perjury!
I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden.
Ah, things break, right? Even the best of theories. Was that stab Misty Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it.
Maya is telling the truth this time. I know. The rest is up to me.
Question. If this Jap America works any way like any other legal system, if we can't prove one of the two stabbed it, don't both of them just go free?
What? No, we're prosecuting both of them.
Oh, right, we're doing the opposite. You like guilty until proven innocent in this universe. You know, in other places, if that happens, if enough people stab somebody and you can't determine who killed them, you do a
It
Julius
is the
Caesar.
safest bet to remove any potential murderers. It's better for the collective.
Oh gosh.
Fair enough.
And now be quiet, end number 3465.
Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness. Alright. I think we should just go from front to back. Alright, you saw some red lights, 3 of them. Were they the visor?
Lights shining in the dark. I don't think he could make a mistake about that.
Yeah, you're right. I think I saw them, but I can't say for certain. I can't tell you for sure they were from Mr. Godot's mask either.
Useless!
I don't get the feeling she's covering for him anymore, but she's also kinda useless.
Alright, let's press her.
I should press harder. But just after that, you turned towards the lights and called for help. Isn't that because you thought the lights were coming from Mr. Godot's mask?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's what I was thinking at the time. But I can't remember, after all. There was a person I couldn't identify in front of me.
Maya's life was in terrible danger at that time. Again, there's no way she can remember the details of the scene perfectly.
Alright then, let's go on with the testimony. What did you do when you saw the red light?
Usually
Stop,
when
obviously.
people are in mortal danger, they're actually quite observant, but I guess not Maya.
Alright.
It wasn't a green light. That blood. Was it Dahlia Hawthorne's blood? Could you tell by smell, possibly?
I think so, probably. Just at that moment. I heard a soft scream that seemed to be close by, like, ah! It was a woman's voice. Ah!
Oh, so that was when the killer stabbed the victim from behind with the murder weapon. Is that right?
Without a doubt, Maya was in the middle of a really dangerous situation. Again.
All of this is so convoluted. Imagine if Koda had stabbed a little bit too far. Anyway, the victim was stabbed by the murder weapon.
Also, with this whole thing, they could have just, like defense or
That-
protecting or that kind of stuff.
I think I'm just going to conclude that there were 1,000 ways to solve this better, but we're just rolling
There were
with
1,000
Koda
ways
did
to
this.
prevent it and 1,000 ways to solve it once it happened.
Where's the cup?
Well, let's forget about the past.
Where's the cup?
What happened
He's
after
waiting
that?
for it.
He's brewing.
Okay, let's press that.
Struck back. How do you know that?
Well, you're right. I didn't see it exactly. But I could tell by the sounds of her breathing and movement. And also the smell of blood. Don't you have that, like, you can just smell it when someone turns around and then hear it and they go. And you know they've turned
Of
around.
course, you can smell when someone turns around because that's the moment where their deodorant changes in intensity.
Yeah. The deodorant is less present at the back.
Oh. Oh, you have witnessed more horror than any young lady should ever have to in one life.
Yeah, and
That
that's not
was
even
just-
counting the previous
That
cases.
was just this case.
I was kidnapped and almost convicted of murder.
I got
Twice.
robbed by 3 men. I got robbed by 3 men.
So then, what did you do at that point?
I couldn't move. I
Do
could
you
just barely make out their shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do.
She had already spent all her action points, no more were left for movement.
Exactly.
Could you still see the red lights you mentioned earlier?
Yes, I think so,
That explains the not moving.
but that's true.
They went out? The lights went out?
Yes, only I couldn't see them at all.
What could it mean?
If the red lights were coming from Godot's mask, and they went out right in the middle of fight,
Maybe the mask was damaged.
or maybe it was knocked off.
Or maybe the batteries ran out. Right.
Or maybe those little red pinhead-looking lights just stopped working.
What could have really happened then? Hmm.
And then there was a horrific scream.
What do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
The scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice going like,
Oh.
What? So then that scream came from the killer.
Uh-huh. That's got to be it.
I think Talia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh?
After that, the killer stole the blade back, delivered the final blow. I guess.
That's kinda...
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me.
It really shouldn't. Because it sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder if there's a contradiction. I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction.
Well, that makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct.
Okay.
Remember
She's
the
aware of
testimony.
it.
Remember
Yeah.
the testimony she just gave before the Skrilla let
Skrilla.
out the
The cream. Before the Skrilla let out the cream.
before the killer let out a scream of ice cream. Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade in the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Ah, is that right?
She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body.
That would be very metal, but difficult.
The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff.
It was her foot in his knot.
If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer. Try it.
There's only one thing I can think of that could have been used as a weapon here.
If Dahlia Harden had already been stabbed in the
The
back by
ball.
staff,
The orb.
what could she have used to strike back at the killer?
Yonked the orb out of the staff and threw it.
We have the shit show, but
Oh,
that
that's
was
not-
Yeah,
that was
that's
a different
later.
location.
it's the victim's blood. It was the actual weapon used to murder the victim.
And the orb.
The orb, but that it has
An
blood on it, so it
identified
could
blood.
be.
It was thrown, it hit his head, the visor went out. There's a
Sure,
wound
sure,
that's
sure.
being covered by that.
I'm convinced.
We
I'll
also have-
represent it.
Yeah.
Well, Your Honor, what do you think?
If not, it's the knife.
To be honest with you, I feel like using my gavel to strike back at you right now.
Alright.
Huh?
So it was lost at the bridge after all. That was actually cool.
You're nothing but no. I
It had
knew
been a while,
it all the way.
but I think it was lost at the bridge, they said.
Ugh.
So that was true.
Imagine if this is a game over reset.
Yeah.
How could I mess up at a time like this?
Then it
You know
was the
what,
smaller
Steph?
knife.
I thought it was a pretty good deduction from you. Alright,
Well,
let's...
Yeah.
No.
When he went
well,
like
did-
no, I was like, wait. it was
We
lost
did
at the
save,
bridge.
right?
Yeah. Then it must have just been the other knife.
Because this one has blood on it that's unidentified, so it could very much
no, it says came from victim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it came from the victim's staff. The crystal spear came from the victim's staff.
Hmm.
Alright.
But that's
The knife.
unidentified blood on it, so that's why I'm like this. But this, we know doesn't have the victim's blood on it.
Alright. Then we do that.
Alright. Well, let's go on with the testimony. The killer and the victim were fighting ferociously. What happened then? Yeah. Horrible
Oh,
scream.
that's kind of easy. That's really
Wait.
easy.
Tappy, tappy, tap, tap. Dun. There's a contradiction.
Let's move through all of it again. Let's fast forward.
Alright. That dagger.
Take that, and we shove the dagger at him.
Staff. Like, "Argh."
He's like, not again.
And then Felix like, see? See? It has his blood on it.
Also, the trauma in him recognizes the dagger.
Exactly.
Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We did too.
This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree.
Michael.
Pardon. Yes. The detective found that this morning and brought it to me.
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well.
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded.
It might have been a war
I
cry.
sometimes scream for no reason as
That's
well.
awesome.
Like when I'm out of coffee.
Objection!
For
The blood
all
on the
we
dagger
know-
isn't from the victim, we've proven that already.
Well, for all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim.
It isn't! I know we was gonna say objection here. Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested, Mr. Godot?
Ah.
Since we learned it
Fine.
wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. Now if you would please strip, Mr. Godot.
I
So we
thought
were
you'd
yes,
never
sir.
ask.
So we were saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer.
Exactly! A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood. We can tell by the high concentration of coffee in it.
The blood was kinda black more than bread.
They were
Nice
testing.
TA, right.
They were testing the blood, and they're like, "Does somebody else smell coffee?"
Or they were like, I think I mixed up these samples somewhere. Was this for the blood test or was this like for some coffee test we were doing?
And there's so much caffeine in this blood sample, it's a wonder that the person's still alive.
They were like, "Hey, there was some blood in this caffeine sample."
Yeah, more like that. More like that.
Order in the court.
I'll be with you in a moment, I'm typing.
Typing.
I didn't have the code.
Is this the end? Have I done it? Even he won't be able to change the results of a scientific test.
Science!
Well, that's what you think, but... Ha! Let me ask you something, Wright. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
What?
Just think for a second.
Did he get some of Phoenix's blood and smeared?
No, he can't see blood. That dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes, what does that prove?
Well, if I were really the killer here, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it.
It can't be.
But in any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, right? That blood, it doesn't belong to me.
Oh god, did he actually put phoenixes on that?
Not a chance.
What?
In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness. Continue with your testimony.
Wait a minute.
What's the problem?
I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in X's explanation.
Hey, do
Stop making my job
Thanks,
harder!
Maya.
Stop making my job harder!
This dagger. You said that it wounded the killer.
That's right.
But Mr. Godot had really been cut with the dagger. His clothes should be bloody or have a rip in them, right?
Yeah, he's only one set.
It's bloods from then in the day, yes.
Maya? Maybe he just changed his clothes? That would solve the contradiction pretty easily. I'm assuming he has
What are
more
you
than one
talking
set.
about? It's not that simple at all. We all only have one outfit.
Wait, Maya, what do you mean you only have one outfit? How long
No,
have
they
you wearing
have
those
more
clothes?
outfits. They absolutely have more
They're
outfits,
just
but
all identical.
but the moment they step into the scene, they have to wear the one that they're assigned for the plot.
Remember back to the day of the murder. It was a nice sunny day. Wait, no. Everyone
was
that was
not.
on the inner side, on the inner temple side, got trapped there.
Ah, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed for the inner temple...
Mr. Godot was already there, waiting for them.
Does he
He
have?
never had a
Do you
chance
think
to
he
change
has
his
coffee
clothes.
scented deodorant?
Absolutely. It's just coffee that he spills on himself, though.
Order in the court. What the witness says is true.
Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him.
But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes?
Do you not always carry a change of clothes with you?
Did
Always come
the
prepared.
judge take smart pills during the last recess?
I have a change of clothes in my car.
Did you
Micha-
take your car across the bridge, Micha?
Micha,
Yes.
don't tell me you also have things there for cleaning up murder scenes, okay? If you do, I do not want to know, and we do not want proof on this stream. Thank you.
No, he just has
Well,
copious
no,
amount of
but I
whipped
do
cream
have
in
a
the back
full
of his car.
suitcase of tools, and if I make myself dirty, I have a change of clothes. In case I unexpectedly spill
Get
stuff
blood
on
over
myself.
yourself.
Mud does
Yeah.
not in your clothes.
I will point out, I always say I can fix machines, I can't fix people. I don't work well with blood and stuff.
Well then. Maybe the Micha took his clothes off before he committed the murder.
I just said I wouldn't bother doing that. Murders and stuff. That is.
Thank you for clarifying that. Anyway.
That way he wouldn't get any blood on them.
possible, right? You know how cold gets up there late at night.
I went out to commit murder in my underpants.
After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
What if you were a Scandinavian guy?
Yeah, they'd be fine. They'd be like, ah, nice summer day. Ah,
Nice summer day.
so that's all you've got. I know you weren't dropping up to finish this.
Yeah, that island also makes me feel like that.
Right now, give me a favor here.
Former island.
Yes.
Give me a favor here. She would have closed the book on this case already.
If Mia Fey were here...
So come on, Wright. Can you do it or not?
Is this a channeling invitation?
Way.
Yes.
How about
I
it,
guess
Mr.
so.
Wright? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer. But can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence?
The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer.
You have to prove it, even if it's a lie to do so.
I can prove it, is what I confidently say without having a clue. I am going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition just as you wanted.
Is he gonna ask Maya to summon Mia?
Huh. That's good. I fight till the bitter end, right?
Mm,
Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point. Why don't we go for
Oh
the
god. Save.
unlimited
Save.
penalty?
Unlimited penalty, I'll say.
Unlimited penalty is a wacky way to say that.
Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me, I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
He's got the one piece.
Give me a break. You've got nothing tried.
Well, I know that, but you don't. So, what do I do at a time like this?
Beg Mia to help.
It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle.
Alright? Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got.
I propose that the prosecution and the defense switch places, so I can look at this from a different angle.
Flip the stream, quick, flip the stream.
Flip it!
But then we have to read mirror writing, which is not fun.
No, if you flip text, it's not mirrored.
What?
What?
If you perfectly flip it, you can do it so it's still readable.
It
Yes,
is
but
mirrored.
it's still
but
mirrored.
You can read mirror text. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yes, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
If left becomes right and right becomes left.
No, I will always be right, Steven.
Ah.
There's just one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger.
But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a bloodstain on his clothing.
Mm-mm.
Not
There's
if it's
one
underneath
place-
the thigh.
Yes. One place the killer could have hidden his wound.
What did you say?
Hidden?
What?
This is it. My last stand. I needed to think about this from a different angle. As if I already knew what I was talking about. I don't need to think about why there were no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, Wright. Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you said the killer hid his wounds?
Alright.
We select this visor.
Not in evidence. But I can give him the picture of him.
Yeah.
I guess
if
that
that's the
works
closest
if he's
thing
hidden
to
it
his
underneath
visor.
his visor.
Alright.
Ha! I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right? Right.
Did I just move so fast that there was an after image?
What was that just now?
We swapped the main characters.
It can't be. Mia. You're living on to him.
Oh no, we're upping the bullshit. Even as we speak, you are still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer had suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved.
Wait, that was a. I need to.
That was very much on the background.
There you go. That was completely unlimited. Just now, I saw her spirit in you.
Yes, did you know that the Fey family also is a distillery?
I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped that woman who put me to sleep by hiding a bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die.
You really need to stop blaming me for that part.
But you didn't care, you just kept living your pathetic happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive
Is himself.
was me.
Yourself?
I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's dad head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask and threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you saved Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Terrible plan, by the way.
Yeah.
Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
He's
Going
throwing
to
you
throw
under the
you
bus,
under
Maya.
bus now.
Bath. Goodbye, Maya. Are you listening, Maya? If I had really want to save you, and there's one person I should have gone and talked to right away.
A psychiatrist.
Who would that be?
Well, apparently anyone except
Are
me.
Talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. But I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real
Because he
reason.
was kind of away.
No, why?
I was jealous of him being with
I
Angela.
suppose. I wasn't really interested in telling Gumshoe to go save you after all.
Huh?
Yeah, the one person who could have fixed all of this. It was him. And I was
It
just trying to
comes
salvage
to-
what's left of my own broken soul.
The man who saves everyone every time.
I was
As
trying
soon
to
as
make up for the
Gumshoe puts
fact
away the trench coat, he becomes a superhero.
Shame we never
that I
get
couldn't have
that.
saved Mia. Nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
You're wrong in so many ways. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Needlessly, but yes.
That's what he.
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you mean by that?
That night in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette. A part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Talia Horton standing there in front of me.
Yeah, so you just had to knock her out and not fatally wound her.
It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I finally got my revenge. I'm not exactly sure what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye?
And there you have it.
Don't
Why
think
his
so.
why he went for this ridiculous plan?
Yeah,
Because he wanted to
Or
go
was it
stabbing.
something
he
else?
wanted to basically kill Dahlia Hawthorne.
Exactly.
Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one.
Took you a while, bitch.
I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom.
Basically, he was very emotionally, mentally compromised, and therefore he went for a completely convoluted plan.
Yes.
See, I wasn't so far off when I said it could have been prevented by seeing a psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from me as dead. Instead, you picked up where she left off as a true defender of the people.
Right? Right? Do you want to see my badge?
In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Godard. You're still going to jail.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
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 Mr. Armando. I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
You're just very terrible at it.
Thanks.
Your wound. It's bleeding.
Ah, did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist.
Yes, but how about that warm trickle down your cheek, you idiot?
These must be my tears.
Tears.
Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando.
Can someone get the prosecutor medical attention, please? No?
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
You're getting some in your beard.
This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant. Yes, Your Honor. I had to think for a second, but that's also me. Although you weren't directly
checking.
involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk, and I willingly cooperated anyway. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright.
Huh?
I want to apologize to you.
Apologize to me for what?
For the case 5 years ago, of course.
Cold Killer X.
Yeah, cool killer. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover?
Not exactly, but yeah, but something like that.
So much for your great memory that you were posting about, Church.
Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do that. She was planning to kill me.
It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh? What do you mean?
You and my sister, you only met twice.
Oh, the rest was you!
Yes.
Oh!
Yes! They were in a relationship!
We only met twice.
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Dog Swallow was killed.
No way, it can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were happy?
For those 8 months? The woman that you fought was Dahlia Hawthorne. Wasn't actually my sister.
Oh, come on, I can't be that dense. I don't want to be that dense. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia?
I hope one day you can forgive me, Beanie.
You, you, you mean...
That's right. I lied to you for 8 months. But why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you that bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you...
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
Prepared for the worst?
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always so ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you?
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged
So
her
you
not
became
to
an
do it,
accomplice instead.
and she agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me. You came to get the bottle pendant from me back in her place?
But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened.
Wait, that means you've been an accomplice to her previous murders.
Yes.
That's what you just said. That was a
Absolutely.
bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crimes and she would confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
That had actually
Noticed what?
fallen for you.
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life. Or mine.
Iris!
After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed.
You realize that I'm
So
utterly
for
naive?
whom are you sharing all of this? For your own, you know,
Yeah, it's like,
benefit?
yeah, I
Because
ignored you
it's
for
only
quite a few
complicating his
years.
life. You're only
But
sharing this
like,
with him for yourself.
I guess it's like, by the way, please come and get me out of prison after I've done my jail sentence. Just to
I'm
make it
sick
nice
of
and
you too.
complex.
You're a fucking bitch and I got over you.
Well, feelings are complicated. I have something to say to you too.
Yes?
Your bill will be $21,000. Thank you. Here's my account. You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you.
Thank you.
Get me another coffee. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years?
Darkness.
Even I don't know. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest skip I think I've ever had.
Oh, check if it's spiked. Check if it's spiked.
Don't you think so? Phoenix Wright.
What's his name? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He also got a cup. Well, the purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Disney. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case. I understand, Your Honor. Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty.
Hey.
Court is now adjourned. February 10, 4:51 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended. Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course, justice was served.
Oh, Mia's back.
Mia?
I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Her defense was truly brilliant.
Oh, thank you, Mia.
But I couldn't save Mr. Armando. The man who cared so deeply for you.
You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
You mean with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be your face under that terrible hairstyle.
You are as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be, and yeah, this would not be my pick either. There's nothing more you
like
can
the
learn from me.
nonsense pretzel?
Mia.
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I'm quite honestly just glad these clothes kinda grew along.
They didn't.
They didn't.
Well,
Not
pretend.
really, no.
Shush. Pretend. I owe you a great deal.
Hang on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Stammer.
I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday. Phoenix.
I've handled lots of cases and seen a lot of things. Actually, just 15, was it?
Yeah.
And along this journey, wasn't the second game with 4 cases?
Well.
Yes.
And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. When do I ever get paid?
Fair point.
I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Never. In exposure.
Ingratitude.
Oh God!
Nick.
Maya!
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia? What did you say?
That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
Actually, she actually used the word so stop overthinking, this is Phoenix's job.
Don't worry, he will shave everyone in the end. One unfortunate age.
Okay.
But
Come on, get it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you have done for us, Nick.
Maya... How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? Did someone put milk in your coffee? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Ow! Francisco.
Ja, softness, Harvey. Right?
Excellent work, Wright.
Mr. Edgeworth, when did you get back?
Oh no, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisca have actually been helping me for a change.
Helping you?
If these two hadn't been here on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow. But where were you, Nick?
Hospital.
Yeah, die fell into a river and got a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes. He laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head.
What?
Oh,
What?
ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training.
Sure, let's have you jump off the bridge next time then.
Anyway,
Dawn
thank
should
you,
actually do
Mr.
it.
Edgeworth. And you too, Francisca.
I don't suppose.
Oh,
Er is een familie dus kroophakken daar.
no, fuck
No.
off. Oh, Larry, fuck off.
What's with the longer than usual face.
I realized something when I was reborn.
That the girl was into me and not you.
I realized
Whoa!
that Larry
Oh!
was never of any use to anyone, not even once.
That's not true, right, Nick?
What? You're asking me?
Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right?
It's up there in the corner.
Yeah, of course.
But
I'll
meet
let you know if I
Francisca.
find it.
Francisca, you need the target practice, right? A dummy that you don't have to replace monthly. There you go. I knew it. Everyone would be better if it was gone for good.
No.
That's where the
It
door
would
is.
make my cases way less interesting. The portraits you painted, they were the really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
What? Me?
Why are you making that face, Angie?
Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say they lack resemblance. I've seen worse.
I really mean it. But when you, Francie, are you well, too? Ah! My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon.
Uh-huh.
Maya Claire.
You have 2 seconds to backpedal before Maya executes you.
I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something. So then you do it like you promised. You're going to model for my next fiction book, Francis Webb, and don't get carried away.
Francis, you would
I
be
think they're a match made in heaven. As in, Larry will soon leave the mortal realm if he
Go towards.
stays. Yeah.
Larry, you can't die. Heaven doesn't want you.
Oh,
Imagine if you're just like, I should be dead, right?
Exactly.
Like,
They're like, no, sorry, we don't have an entry in this, and we don't have a spot reserved for a Larry Butts. Why don't you check the other place? And then Hell is like, no, we also don't have a place that's called for someone called Larry Butts. Sorry,
Like, excuse me, hell is full. Just
there's
go
no
back where you
reservation.
came from.
well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at.
I wouldn't go as far as to say good.
The painting of Pearl is pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh?
now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Pearls. Where could she have gone? Normally, she would have made a beeline for Maya. Is she going to see Iris?
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back.
I know something is still gonna go wrong, isn't there?
Hey, Pearly.
What did she just do?
Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled.
I tried this thinking thing once before I bluffed.
I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened.
Yes?
Be honest. I can't understand it either.
Francisco. That's right, she lost her father fairly recently as well.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya's a much wiser person than she appears. I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, it was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya. Hmm. Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand too. You're talking about Diego. Oh!
I'll be finding Wright. Tell it to me. Who is Maya Fey being strong for?
For you.
Well, it could.
For you, Francisca. For you.
A safe bet.
Well, it's either gonna be Phoenix or it's gonna be Pearls.
Well, let me point something out to you. Phoenix ain't in here.
No, so maybe
Well,
he
then it's
needs like the
Pearly.
attorney's badge.
Yeah.
I can't save, otherwise I would do it. No, it's Pearl.
Yeah.
Hey.
Poor kid. After all the reasons she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, the mushroom. It's for the good of the Fae clan. I'm sure she believed every last word. She thought that she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya.
But it's a cruel irony. It was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake. Until she can see her smile again.
Oh, hey, this is where you all were.
God damn it.
Wow. Looks like we've got a yacht. What is that for, sir? Sorry about that, Scruffy.
Mind if I borrow the whip for a moment? I also would like to do that just once.
My whip just seems to have a mind of its own.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's get out. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary's just sorta kinda gone down by a teeny tiny bit, but it's alright. I know a place where they pay you to eat food for them. I made a reservation at
no.
a first class French restaurant
Oh
tonight.
no,
Ah!
not the French restaurant.
Oh no, not there! Not there!
Yeah, he agreed to pay me to eat his food. Pretty good work,
Is lobster
Scruffy.
on the menu?
That whip was your reward.
Oh, only lobster-inspired dishes.
Remember, they contain no actual lobster. You don't have to worry about that.
Detective Gumshoe, I think I've already had dinner. Oh god, they really... Oh no. You said a first class French restaurant. You don't mean très bien, do you?
Yeah, where else? So the place are gonna afford to eat?
I knew it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone. Let's keep Maggie waiting, Belle. Wait, no, can't keep her waiting.
Amazing.
Hey, you, crybaby, you're part of too. Oh, forget about me.
Done. Goodbye.
One I will be at the closest shack eating potatoes.
You know, Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still looking for pearls. Maya? What's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? Pearlie. I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
Well, she should run back home. That's all.
I thought so too. So I called the village.
They have
They're
phones?
like half a day's travel away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, Mia was just there, with like. So
They have
she
the
can-
one. They have the one phone in the center of the village.
Yep,
But
they
no
do,
one has
and it would
heard from
still
her.
take
It has
hours
never
to reach
happened
the village.
before.
As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But none of this was her fault. What should I do?
Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, what is it, pal?
Could you guys go on ahead?
What about you?
Don't worry about me. I'll take any excuse not to go to Trivia. Maya and I will we'll join you guys after we found pearls, maybe.
Nick!
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. Don't worry. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there after you have paid. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. The celebration, not the food.
Very well, Phoenix, right? We'll go on ahead. I can't wait to try this French restaurant.
Don't keep us waiting, right?
We won't.
But where should we live? Where could Pearlie have gone?
Try the detention center. Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to.
February
How
10.
the heck
Hazakura
would you even
Temple.
get to the temple?
Running. Main
You
gate.
forgot I trained really hard all those years, Mr. Nick.
You know, with the case now over, she was able to drop all of the case files and everything that she had to hold on to.
Like Rock Lee, just
Exactly, we're
I'm
dropping the
using the
limiter.
with this load all this time.
Exactly. So she
Just
just went to a
dropping all the
small
case files.
walk. So
Like
she just
Rock
went to
Lee
a
dropped
small
those
walk
away.
and accidentally just ran all the way over here.
You haven't even seen my true speed yet. Shinkansen. get wrecked.
Shinkansen, that's what they call me back home.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
I like the idea that Shinkansen still having a steam whistle.
With a little whistle just running next to the Shinkansen and blowing the whistle, going phew, phew, and then just accelerating and passing it.
As a Kura temple.
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. Where is my...
What's this? You're back again so soon?
Sister Bikini?
I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight.
So she's here? Pearly is here?
This is the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Okay. Pearly's not here.
Someone cleaned the scroll.
Mhm.
Maya, the hanging scroll.
Ah. Someone cleaned it off. Somehow.
Got to be pearls. And also, I'd really
Glad
love
it
to
was
know what she used
laminated.
for cleaning.
Ah! Mystic Maya! Pearly. Why? Why did you just leave like that? Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
And how did you make it all the way over here?
I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother.
That's why you came here?
It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother is gone. But how do I say this? I'm still happy.
But how do I say this? She hasn't been around lately.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me.
Well, technically, I've saved you several times before when shit happened.
A gasp. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If one of you weren't there, I'm sure I would still be alive right now.
Not technically true, of course, had it been there. But
Yes, exactly.
That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya!
this is Bikini speaking.
I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty.
Sister Bikini.
They should change the pictures when somebody else speaks. Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
After dishonoring the good name of Kurain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya's always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me. Until the day I die. Especially on the day that I die. I don't know why I think this, but I have this feeling. She'll be like very close, maybe even get splattered by some of my blood spray as I die.
What?
Damn,
Yes,
Steven, I
but
just
it
choked
was-
on my cookies.
You know, let's get the last part of what she said. Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets.
Her.
She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh?
No, no.
Huh?
There's a rule or something all masters have to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die.
That's the master's talisman.
A thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important, rather it was the contents.
The talisman itself.
Oh my god, it
The
opened.
doubts.
And it opens and there's just a chunk of money in there.
It's a photo.
A photo.
Gonna be a photo of them as kids.
Ah, a photo. Mother.
It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. Unless you become a police officer. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. For example, when you become a police officer. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight?
As a police officer.
That's a true measure of what human life is worth.
To a police officer.
We police officers are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
Defense attorneys as well.
So are defense attorneys.
Oh! I wasn't expecting this photo. She
No.
took a photo
Ah.
of her daughters fixing the bed.
Yeah, they thought they got away with repairing the urn, but
Yeah.
Nope.
So now they found that they definitely didn't get away with it.
Mia seems to notice here, but Maya
Yeah.
never seemed to have realized that the photo was taken.
remember from a couple of cases ago, then they got a photo of Pearly trying to repair the urn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, the urn will never be the same. I mean, we always
We
return,
always
time
re-urn.
and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armander, and everyone else that we pay for the repeating cost. I learned that from all of them.
I think it's like a tradition that every generation of the
breaks it.
breaks the urn.
Yeah, breaks the urn. The everybody basically breaks the urn. Maybe that's
Did you know
why
that
the
you
urn.
don't get your spirit
May-
powers until you've broken the urn once?
No, but maybe the urn is magical and is truly like a great powerful mystical artifacts, like they say. But its only magical case is that it has a curse on it that will constantly break.
Oh no!
Everybody who comes close to it will break it.
No, every time someone breaks it, they curse them, and the curse is that they can now channel spirit. So they all are all
Ah.
suffering off it like a
Yeah.
horrible death,
Yeah.
like curse.
And just like the ring in The Lord of the Rings, it does attract people in an unnatural way to go and break it.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
It was
The
also made
klutzier
for
they
the
are,
dwarves.
the more attracted they are to the urn.
Yeah, the more time you spend around it, you slowly go and like, rather than going mad from the ring, you go and like more dangerously acting around until it falls and breaks.
You're like, what if I kick the ball over the urn? That would be fun.
Yeah. I don't know why it would be fun, but I feel like this must be fun.
Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting and there's terrible food to be had. This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. Like probably my stomach content afterwards. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a brand new start too.
New franchise?
Mr. Bikini, I'll be back for more training. I promise.
I know. And I won't go easy on you just because you nearly murdered you once, or because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 for when you come back.
Oh,
thank
with
you.
the mother dead, the
The
title of master kind of passes on to Maya, like now, doesn't it? Or well, there's
Yes.
probably some ceremony, but
Alright, we're going to have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mr. Maya, I'll eat lots and lots of food tonight.
That's certainly gonna be a training of endurance if you're still heading over to the French restaurant.
You know, there is one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but why is everyone excited about eating at Tremier?
What is it, Nick? I mean, what is it, Nick?
Reservations for training is fine and all. But why the 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. One of us. Next time you can train right alongside us.
Huh?
Make
Do I
a
have to?
medium out of
I'll
you.
be waiting for you. Just the beginning will take special care of you, my boy.
Huh? Huh?
It'll be great, Nick.
I seriously doubt that.
Going to do
That
the
did you
special
well.
training course. Naturally.
Huh? 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 No?
That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right?
Or cross
Well,
a
I might
burning
do
bridge.
anything. I might do anything to keep her safe. That's very different from doing anything for her.
Let's get down to business. Meditate on calls.
I
We'll
can
have
cook
a
you
nice
the
big
cheese wheel
meal
for the
before we
special
come next
training.
time. Right, Nick?
You know, I was wondering if I can just say one little thing.
Sure. I'll permit you.
Can we stay here instead of going to Tribune?
Oh, I love this part. I'm up for that.
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Well then, here goes nothing.
Yay! Oh, beware! They're gonna
That's the
cut
final
to
word.
people, and it's just gonna go. Oh,
It's
really
really
have to.
fast.
Master of Corain and the office manager of Risk Wright and Co. law offices. And I have to be a good big sister to Pearly and Nick too. Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or something like that.
Again.
Well, foreshadowing.
So it's true, Mr. Nick really is Mystic Maya's knight in shining armor. He went through with the special course all the way to the end. Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too. I think I'll surprise the two of them by making them a secret reservation.
Oh, no.
Okay, the cheese, we're ready for it. It involves so much cheese.
So much cheese. Maggie brought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. I feel 10 years younger. I'll never take it off. Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby old overcoat is just more detective-like, sir. Oh, don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly.
Oh
Oh,
no.
please don't.
Mr. Wright, I'm once again in your debt. Thanks to you, the Treasures of Corain exhibit was a great success. I even got to see Miss Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip and said that I must show you what I've learned.
I take monetary.
help!
Wright and Co. law office does take donations in case you ever feel very grateful.
Desi and I started a company called Mask the Mask Counseling. We're dedicated to stop the evil plans of all the criminals in the city. Our motto is, cut it out, please! Pretty cute, huh? Well, we also sell plans to the criminals as a kind of a side business. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think we're worse criminals.
Great.
I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre. So I lent him $500,000 and a tea set. A special thick tea once I mixed with my own hands. I bet he's drinking it now. Win through compromise. I'm just old and in the way. A wrinkly, grumpy, clown-nosed piece of flesh. I thought that's what I wanted, but my grit gunked its head. It goes too far.
Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old and I cried like a baby with a diaper after they had the birthday party for me.
As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Elk. I hope everyone will get along. His name is Adam Malla. As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly. My, more reporters. Since the murder, we've made so much money, I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice visual, especially in spring. I can hardly wait for Iris to come back.
So can everybody else.
You've turned into such a respectable man, Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come and visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of kind of bad when you got slapped so hard by the little one that your nose started to bleed. Sam Riegel, who shouted, "Take that! Objection!" and hold it.
Why is my name not there? It should say Phoenix Wright. Alex. Honestly, we did a lot more of the heavy lifting than the voice actors.
Like the point I was thinking who Sam Riegel was. I knew that name from somewhere. I was like, ah, yes. Sam Riegel is the one from D&D who once shouted, "Mother, I bring news from the womb."
What? What the fuck?
That's
What's
an actual
this?
quote.
I'm back from a long and tiring vacation and no one is here to greet me. I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit and now I've got no one. What kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway? What with all this flashing lights and switches, I feel like some sort of space alien. And now what am I gonna do with all these macadamia nuts everywhere? If I bring them over to Ezipoo, I can't accept these. Something with a fragile heart. Oh, what a little gentleman. Blah, 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 blah.
That was impossible to read even for me.
Yes, it just goes faster, 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 faster. I finally found something I love to do. Francie's Whippity Whip trip is gonna turn the art world on its head. I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial. I'm an artist. A really good portrait artist. I'm not a loser after all.
No commento.
Whippity Whip trip. Hey.
Well, it took us several years, but we made it through the entire trilogy.
We did the thing!
So, we've had the original trilogy,
Yes.
and I know there are more games, but
Yes.
they also
Yes.
have other characters entirely.
Yes.
But then there's also more with actually Phoenix Wright.
Yes.
Yes.
All the ones that are with other characters, like kinda like a different series, or are they in the same continuance?
So, there is the main game series. The main game
Yeah.
series exists out of 2 trilogies. We've now played the
Yeah.
first. This was written by the original writer.
Yeah.
The next trilogy is basically a continuation.
Okay.
And it also consists of
there's-
3 games.
Right.
And it was written by other people as well. They are...
Okay.
I like them. They're good. A lot of people think they're not as good as the original trilogy.
Okay, but they're also with different people.
Yes.
Alright. But I also read there was a game where there was Phoenix again and Maya.
Yes. So the games are Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. That's game number 4. And number 5 is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. And the 6th game is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice.
Okay, so there's like one game where it's entirely someone else, basically, for
That's
most
not
of it.
what Steven said, though.
Well, okay, but it has a different name in the title,
It's,
so that
Apollo
one
Justice.
takes over as the main guy. kinda. And after that,
Which
Phoenix
means-
is the main guy again.
That someone else will play this person. If we were to play this. Not me.
Well, I think we should think about do we want to continue with this or something else? But I would
But
at least
we
be up
already
for.
said that.
Hmm.
We had already looked at the at 2 games that are in the similar style as Attorney.
Yeah, well, this
Yep.
is too long ago. It's been several months since we've.
It
Okay,
has dropped out of Steph's memory. Okay.
noted.
Alright, let
Luckily,
me
we
wrap up
did
the
literally
stream.
note it down back
do
then.
that first before we start discussing stuff.
Thank you all so much for watching. With this, we have closed off a multi-year project in voicing a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, the original trilogy, at a snail's pace, once a week, or maybe like once every 2 weeks.
But the last 2 sessions were once a month. But
Well, on average, once a week.
I don't think we managed to get once a week on average.
no.
Well, that
Well,
just
no, of
depends how
course
wide
not,
you
because
throw
that
your
would
average.
imply that we have ever made more than one stream per week. In order to counteract the ones where we didn't.
And we also
Mhm.
played other games.
Ah. I
Anyway,
just
rounding
found-
up, thanks all for watching. See y'all next week when we do something. You'll find out what. Cheers!
Cheers.